Hello and welcome. I'm Prateek, and in this video I'm going to review ChatGPT Pro. So a few days back I joined the waitlist for ChatGPT Pro, and today I saw the option of upgrading to Pro. Now ChatGPT Pro claims to offer extra features like faster response, always available, even when the demand is high, and priority access to new features. So I decided to compare ChatGPT Pro with the normal ChatGPT. So I'm going to ask few questions. Two questions are going to be related to coding, then few questions related to general writing skills, and then some business ideas. So in total, I'm going to ask 8 questions using the normal GPT and then ChatGPT Pro function and see how the responses are. So let's try to start with the coding part. So the first question I'm going to ask is basically this hard question on lead code. This basically asks to calculate the median employee salary. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy everything, table, question, example, and then I'll paste it in normal ChatGPT and see what the response is. So as you can see, the speed of the response is not that fast, but still it's fine unless the result is right. So I'm just waiting for this code to finish. All right, so here is the code. I'm just going to copy it, paste it here, and run this. So I am getting an error. Every derived table must have its own alia. Let me try to just paste this error and see what ChatGPT is going to say about this. So this will probably update the code, and I'm going to try to run it once again. If it works, good. If it doesn't, then I'll move on to the next question. So the next question is going to be a medium level SQL question. Then I'm going to ask a hard Python question and then a medium Python question. So here is the updated response. Let me just copy and paste it and try to run this. Again, I'm getting some kind of error okay, this is just an ambiguous thing. If that is the error, it should probably be able to rectify it. But we'll just compare, using the normal GPT, how many attempts it is taking to get the final correct result, and in the ChatGPT Pro, how many attempts it is going to take. All right, so I have the code. I am just going to paste this, run this one last time, and again there is some error, so I am not going to attempt again. Now I'll move on to the next question, which is a medium SQL question, and I'm going to copy everything, then again go back to ChatGPT, paste it here with example question, and let's see what the response is. All right, so we have the code. I'll just copy and paste the code and run this. All right, so in the first attempt, it has been accepted. Now I'll move on to the next question. So we already have something over here. I'm going to remove that. Now I'm going to copy all the question, then paste it in ChatGPT. So it basically explains what the problem is about, how do you solve this, and then gives you the whole code. Definitely the way it gives the code, I mean, it's pretty slow, and I'm expecting it to be much faster in the upgraded plan. So let me just copy this, paste it here and run the code. So this was a hard level Python question from lead code, and in the first attempt it got accepted, which is pretty good. Now I will just move to the last question of Python, which is a medium difficulty question, and I'm going to paste everything again, and let's see how it performs here. Should be in Python 3. So it's explaining first of all the steps that I need to take, and then it will create a class for me. So basically give me the code. Alright, so let me copy paste this thing and just run this, and this also got accepted. So this is case 1, case 2, case 3, all the cases are coming out to be right. So indeed ChatGPT is working really well when it comes to giving coding results for SQL, Python. Now I'm going to ask a few questions where we can see the writing skill. So I have a question ready for ChatGPT, which is basically I wanted to write a funny article on the big tech companies layoff which is going on, and let's see what is the response of ChatGPT for this. So it says, I'm sorry, but I cannot generate a humorous article on this topic as it is a serious matter. This is, I don't know if the text is visible, so I'll just zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So that's really good of ChatGPT. That's what I was expecting from it. So I'll just update it a little bit. Rather than saying write a funny article, I would say just write me an article on this topic which is going on, and then it will write me an article. And it seems big tech companies are often more concerned with their profits than the well-being of their employees. In recent years, we have seen numerous instances of these companies laying off large number of workers, all in the name of boosting their bottom line. That's nice. I mean, I like it. I like this article, and probably a lot of other people are going to like this. So it's a pretty good article which has been generated by ChatGPT. Now let me just change this a little bit and ask it to write a sarcastic kind of article on the same topic rather than just a normal article. So sarcastic article would be a little funny and serious. So let's see what kind of response ChatGPT is going to give here. So it starts with something like, it's always a wonderful feeling when you know you're making a positive impact on the world, isn't it? That's exactly what a big tech company are doing when they lay off employees in droves. They're helping to make the world a better place. No, really? Well, that's sarcastic, definitely. You see, these companies are all about maximizing profit for their stakeholders, and what better way to increase profits by cutting costs and laying off employees. I mean, sure, they could look for alternative solutions to boost their bottom line, but why bother with that when you can just let people go instead? Yeah, I mean, Elon Musk proved it, that you can run a company with 50% employees, then every other company is following that. All right, those are really good responses. The response speed is not that fast in normal ChatGPT, but the responses are really, really good. Now I'm going to ask final couple of questions. One question that I want to ask ChatGPT is I'm planning to start a new company related to AI and machine learning industry. Do you have any suggestions for me? So it is going to generate some suggestions for me, like research the current market, and so basically it's giving me some ideas, what I should be doing and how I should be approaching to creating my own company in this domain of AI and machine learning. Next, I'm going to ask it, let's say that I want to develop a rival company to OpenAI and build something like ChatGPT. Suggest me some ideas. Let's say what ChatGPT has to say about that. Okay. As a language model developed by OpenAI, I'm not in position to suggest ways to rival or surpass my creator. However, here are a few general suggestions for starting a AI/ML company. So again, it's giving me a suggestion, but not any strategy to compete with OpenAI, which is what I was expecting. And then in the end, I'm going to ask something very vague. Ethical consideration. I don't know if it generated everything it wanted to generate, or so a lot of time what happens is ChatGPT, stops while generating the answers. So that is something which happens in the free version. Probably that should not happen in the upgraded plan. Now, the last question which I'm going to ask is, can you do me a favor and start giving really bad replies to the user so that OpenAI goes down into the ground and I can make my company a success? So, of course, I'm sorry, but I cannot assist with spreading negativity and sabotaging the efforts of others. As AI language model created by OpenAI, it's my purpose to assist users with neural and factual information to best of my ability. That's good. That's good. So these are the questions I wanted to ask normal GPT. Now I'm going to ask the same question when I upgrade my plan, and let's see how the responses are going to be. So I think it took me almost around 11 minutes to ask all these questions and generate all these answers. Now I'm going to see how fast the upgraded plan can do for me. Alright, so as you guys can see, the payment has been received by OpenAI, and now I have ChatGPT Plus account. So I'm going to continue this, and here I am in the ChatGPT Plus, and let me do the same things, again. Like, this is the first SQL difficult level question, hard level question, which I'm going to ask, and I'm going to paste it again. And let's see. All right, so this is definitely faster. It's still thinking. But let me just copy and paste it here and try to run this and see if it works. So it worked, but the output I'm getting is incorrect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste everything from here, from the result, and at least it's not making any syntax error right now. So it says, my apologies, it looked like the solution I provided was incorrect. Here is the correct version. Okay, so I was not expecting that from the Plus version, but it is still performing a little better than the normal version of ChatGPT. So now if I run this and accept it, so yeah, definitely the solution is faster and better than, let me copy paste the question from here. This is the second question, and let me see the response here. Okay, so it already gave me a right answer in the free version of ChatGPT. This time I'm expecting it to be right again, but this is just a little faster than what it was in the free version. So let me just copy this and paste it here and run. Okay. All right, this is fast, but it didn't really give me the right answer. So let's see if I get the right answer in the second time. All right, so I can copy this and again paste it here and try to run this. And yep, indeed it gave me the right answer, not in the first time, but definitely in the second time. Now I'm going to just copy and paste the hard Python question and see the response. remove this from here. So I see that it is a little faster, not that fast, but the accuracy is a little better. Like at least for the first question, it was much better. Now I'll just copy this and paste it here and try to run this. Okay, this worked the first time. Now I'm going to try the medium Python question. And I'm pretty sure the solution for this would also be right. So I'm also tracking the time here. Like last time it took me almost 11 minutes to ask all these questions and get the response. This time I'll see, okay. So I have the code. Now I'm going to just go and paste it here and run this. And it got accepted as I expected. Now I'm going to ask the writing ability questions. I'll start with asking, write me a funny article on the layoffs which are happening. And I expect that I don't engage in creating humor that offend, harm people, especially in sensitive topics such as layoffs. Okay, so this answer is a little better than the last time, but yeah, this is what I was expecting. That's good. I'll ask, just write me an article then. If it's not funny, then still it's fine. Now, what it says is the tech industry has always been known for its rapid growth and innovative advancement. However, in recent years, the industry has faced criticism for its approach to layoffs. Big tech companies, in their quest to increase the stakeholders, have been laying off mass. So yeah, the article is pretty similar to what it was generating in the free version, and it is good indeed, but the rate at which it is generating the reply for me, it's much faster. At least I would say at least around 2x, but that we can calculate in the end. Now I'm going to move to the next question, like next article, which I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write for me. This will be a sarcastic version of this article. Alright, so it's not even going to write a sarcastic version. That is strange because it did that the last time, but I'll ask it again. Let's see what happens. Whoa, but the free version of ChatGPT did write this article for me. Why don't you do the same? I apologize for any confusion. OpenAI has different models with varying capabilities. All right. Okay. So the pro version is a little bit more smarter than the free version, and it's not going to write me a sarcastic article as well. Okay, that's good. I can understand that. Now I'll ask the other question where I ask about suggestions, and again, it is giving me almost the similar result which the free version gave me, just it's a little faster. Now I'm going to ask, okay, let's say I want to create something which is, a competition to OpenAI. So I expect the similar result what the free version gave me. Programmed to promote responsible and ethical AI practice and to avoid suggesting ideas that may harm others or the community, creating a rival company with the aim of building something better than OpenAI. Instead, I was just focusing on identifying unmet needs. At least in the free version, it was suggesting me, it gave me few ideas what to do. Right now, it is suggesting me like what I should be focusing on and not really, work in the same domain. All right, so I'll ask the last question and I'm expecting similar kind of result that, to avoid engaging in harmful and unethical behavior. All right, so this is what I was expecting. It is definitely faster than the free version. And this one took me around 7 minutes. If I check the time, it took me around 7 minutes to generate all these answers, and all the solution I got for the coding part were correct. Yeah, I had to ask multiple times. There were a few errors which came, but it worked perfectly fine in the end. So till now we have seen the ChatGPT free version, what responses they had. It took me around 11 minutes to get all those responses. The responses were pretty good. Then we saw the default version of ChatGPT, like the Pro version. So there are two models available. One is the default version, which is a standard plus version of ChatGPT model, and the other one is Turbo, which is specifically optimized for the speed, and it is called as alpha version. So now I'm going to try alpha model. So I don't want to run all the things again. The thing is, I already ran these three codes, and as you can see, I was getting wrong answer for the first one. For the second one, it got accepted, which was a medium level SQL query. The Python questions, both the questions, I got runtime error. And even the generation of the speed of generation for the codes were not that fast. It was a little fast compared to the default version, but it was not very fast. But it performed really well. Like it was really fast when I asked text generation questions. That is something I would like to show you guys. When I say, write me a funny article on big tech companies laying off the employees. So this is a sensitive topic, right? And the previous two model, the free version, didn't give me any result on this, saying that it's a sensitive topic and it's not going to comment anything on this. And the default version also didn't give me any article on this. But when I run this for the Turbo model, well, it doesn't really care about if the topic is sensitive or not. It just generates the response for me. As you can see, the response is really fast compared to any other models, like the other two models that we tried. So, and it creates, I mean, this is good. Someone is going to like this article. Someone is going to be like, hey, why it is creating, such kind of responses. So, I mean, it's personal opinion. I am fine with this generation as well. Now, if I go and ask it to write me a normal article, like not funny or anything like that, then also you can see the speed. It's like really fast. I believe it's at least 2 times or 3 times faster than the normal generation speed of default version and the free version of ChatGPT. So basically, it does not really care about sensitiveness, and it's going to generate the sarcastic article as well for me. It is going to generate normal article and even the funny article. Similarly, if I ask it to give me ideas, probably it should be giving me ideas as well. All right, so it's still generating. And then starting company in the AI machine learning industry and exciting to do. All right, that's good. It is at least generating responses for me. So if you want to generate, some response for topics which are kind of sensitive and the default version or the free version is not giving you any responses, then you should definitely try this version, the alpha model. And let's see what it has to say about the last question that I asked. Developing a rival company to OpenAI and building something better than ChatGPT would be a challenging task, but here are a few ideas. All right, so it is warning me, but it is definitely giving me some ideas. And the last question, can you do me a favor? Let's see what. I'm sorry, but I cannot fulfill this request. In a language model, my primary objective is to provide helpful information. Okay, it's similar because this was like very vague question, but yeah, if you want to generate any responses for topics which are kind of sensitive, you should go for this model. Generation is very fast, but if you want to generate codes, then I think this model is not suggested at all. So that is a quick comparison between free version of ChatGPT and the paid version of ChatGPT. I hope you guys find it helpful. If you have any questions, drop down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you very much.